This is a general area view of Lemay Ferry Road and the general area that I will be referring to for the rest of this proposal. Oftentimes with Lemay Ferry Road, you see things like this, cyclists having to share the road with cars and neither party really having anywhere to go. So with this proposal, I'm trying to make it safer for both parties involved. The impact of this proposal is just to make it a generally safer road for everyone. This is a highly residential area and there are many schools about, so not only will it make it safer for regular cyclers, but it will also make it safer for the many children that are about. The greatest impact would also be an increase in cyclers if they feel that the roads are safe. Many people say, oh, well, I don't want to get hit by a car, and this would definitely reduce that, and many more people would feel more apt to actually go out and ride their bike. And who wouldn't want a community that's trying to live a healthier lifestyle while also reducing carbon emissions? For clarification purposes, I will be talking mainly about Lemay as it goes from South Lindbergh all the way to River City Casino Boulevard. To the left there in the red is Grants Trail and to the right is the Mississippi Greenway. This map shows the different multitude of areas Lemay Ferry has and why I decided to choose it. It contains many residential areas as well as schools, which would both benefit from having a road reform. This road is also very close to already existing bike paths and would make it generally easier to access these and go all over St. Louis. We can additionally see that there are many commercial areas to be able to visit, and it gives people here the option to ride a bike instead of driving everywhere if they so choose. As I mentioned before, there are many bike paths close by. The pink line on this map is Lemay Ferry, and the red ones are all various bike paths close by, and the multitude of bike paths all over the St. Louis area. These demographics help show that the Melville area, which Lemay Ferry is located in, is a decently sized St. Louis county. Furthermore, this data provides the average age group we should be targeting for this proposal, which is roughly around 42 years old. Typically speaking, people of that age are parents, which will come into play for my placemaking event in the future. From these pictures, we can gather that there is barely any side road and therefore barely any space for a cyclist to be on. They have to be in the way of traffic and therefore be in the way of potential danger. For materials, since we are not actually changing the roads physically, I would just need these little dividers on the left and then a new coat of paint for the bike lane to make it more visible. This is an overhead satellite view of roughly what I would do with Lemay Ferry Road. In that green color there is where I would put the bike path, and then the arrows represent which way the traffic would be going. I figured it would be safer if we only had one lane of traffic on the same side with the bikes. These are both examples of bike roads that I would like to use and implement. I figured that these are some of the easiest ones, as all you have to do is put up simple pegs and repaint the road. To further display what I mean, I took this picture of Lemay Ferry Road, and in the yellow there is where on the side I would have 2 bike lanes going both ways and having the little dividers to separate them from the oncoming traffic. The landscape here is very typical of a suburban area. Near the roads, there's way less trees, but more towards the residential area is there actually foliage. I would love to be able to plant more trees along these roads to help give bicyclists better shade. Roughly an idea of what I would want it to look like to maximize shade for the cyclers. This aerial map helps give a better idea of which side of the road I would like to plant trees on, since there's actually more room on that side. The bright green line is where I would like to add trees. This satellite view helps show that there is more space on that side to be able to plant trees, which is another reason why I chose the bike path to be on that side specifically. Where we would not be able to plant a tree, I would like to put up glass artwork similar to this. Not only is it pretty to look at, but it helps draw attention toward the bike path itself and get people interested as to what's nearby. Lights in this area are not good, and oftentimes it's very dark, so cyclers tend to have to use these reflectors to even be seen. And adding lights to the side of the street would not only benefit cyclers, but the entire community as well. I would want LED lights similar to these, as they light up the area very well. Obviously, we would not need as many as this picture here because of just how bright they are. As an added measure to help with safety, I would want to add these little police boxes that you pull down similar to a fire alarm to contact your local police station. I figure having an insured way of contacting the police would help people feel safer, especially at night. An aerial view of where I would like to hold my placemaking event. Here is a closer look of where I would like to hold my placemaking. It is actually an abandoned K-Lot mart that has been empty for some time now. It's actually a bit of an eyesore, so being able to hold something here would give it another purpose other than being just a dead lot. While this lot was very big and I had many places to choose from, I chose the one that was right off Lemay Ferry, so that way if people were driving by, they would instantly see it and wonder what the heck is going on. The event itself would be a chili cook-off. Nothing brings people out more than potentially free food and a chance to show off them chili skills. The only other side thing that would be happening is a chalk drawing contest. It would give life to this empty parking lot and would give both parents and kids something else to do while they sit and listen to this proposal. Once there is a big enough crowd drawn, we would be able to discuss the proposal for changing Lemay Ferry to be more bike-friendly, and people are more apt to listen since their tummies will be full. Since this event will be held roughly during the first week in June, it's going to be rather hot, so I figure it'd be best if we had big tents everywhere to make sure everyone can keep cool and out of the sun. Naturally, we would also need different types of outdoor seating for people to be able to sit and eat. Both of these are rather attractive to look at and would really stand out from that gray concrete of a parking lot. Obviously, setting up an event like this wouldn't be free. That's why I plan to target our city government officials with this proposal, as they are always looking for ways to improve different parts of the St. Louis community.